We chose Hokitika. Did I say that right?
You did. I'm impressed.
So we made it to
Hokitika Beach.
the beach, and we went to get power, but I don't know.
Well, explain here. Let's move the door.
Sure.
Here's the issue.
Here's the issue. We have this door.
That blue lid.
There's only one way it can go in. The blue lid is obstructing. So.
But look, that has bumps on the lid. Does the lid move?
Bumps on the lid.
Like.
Yeah, that's for like.
Oh. Well, here. Fortunately, each rental product comes with a user manual. So it makes it look like the lid slides in there.
Okay.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. That makes sense. All right, let me look.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Haha.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Tired people. I really cannot believe.
I almost called him.
Backup bed.
Oh, yeah, this is the backup bed. So we're just trying to get to know our motorhome. Old habits and all. But as we probably talked about before, I use a CPAP or a BiPAP machine, and there is no place in the back to actually plug in. You have to run it through the bathroom, and we have no extension cord. So we thought maybe this bed would be more comfortable, and it's not bad. It's not a bad
But in
bed.
case you all are renting one and you need to use both beds, give an honest review. Help people out.
Yep.
It drops down.
It drops
very
down.
easy.
And I do believe that you could do worse places than sleep. Like on 15 and a half hour flight. Oh, this is so much more comfortable. I would take this on the plane 100%.
You know what it'd be really great for?
What?
Kids.
100%.
They can sleep anywhere.
But if you needed to, or if someone needed, one adult needed to come out here, it's completely doable. But I don't think it's worth moving from the master bed in here.
Tip for our friends out there. So if you and another couple are coming to New Zealand and you rent a wilderness motorhome and you're trying to decide which couple gets which bed, you're going to want the king. Let your friends have the drop down. You take the king. We are all set up. We have power. We have decided on our bedding. We have a plan for Jim's CPAP. So where are we and why? We're in Hokitika, which is a beach on the western coast, which puts you in a nice loop for our itinerary, which we'll share more about later. But we're at the Shining Star Holiday Park, and it's at the beach. So obviously, we're here to go to the beach.
You're perfect in every way. There's only one choice I can make. I choose you over and over again. Only you. Every day till this world ends. There's no mountain I wouldn't climb, thing that I wouldn't try, nothing that I wouldn't do.
So this beach is it's so wide, driftwood, kind of like the Pacific Northwest. And now we're talking about all these awesome rocks, which kind of looks like river rocks, and I don't know, it's really cool. It's a really cool beach.
Okay. It feels like a fall morning here in March. Night one. The bed's comfortable. It's actually very nice back there, but we're learning as we go. So we had to sleep upside down in it so that Jim's CPAP would reach the only power outlet back there, which is in the bathroom. And you cannot get in and out of that bed, especially if your head's on this end, without waking everyone up. You've got to get a U-turn in the bed. So we're hoping to find an extension cord for Jim today so we can put our heads on the intended side of the bed. Currently, we're about to walk into the town of Hokitika, which is about a 20-minute walk from the campground, because we just failed wildly at our first attempt at the plunger coffee. Now, Jim's made French presses before, so I'm not sure where this went wrong. Just know
It was the coffee.
when
It wasn't the barista.
when I tell you it went wrong, it went very wrong. So we're gonna walk into town because how on earth could we even start this day without some good coffee? And we got a lot planned today.
And I know that we keep talking about the motorhome, but we'll give you a proper tour later on. But right now, we gotta go get some coffee. Let's go.
All around, build me up and never come down. Slowly floating in the air along a wave of lavender clouds. You're perfect in every way. There's only one choice I can make. I choose you over and over again. Only you. Every day.
So Amy tried 3 cards
Yeah,
and
2 credit, 1 debit.
2 credit, 1 debit. And very Amy like, she would not pad because there's a surge. Very Jim like just walked up and padded with me straight through. So I'm not sure why your card they didn't like your cards, but they like my tab. So that was good. And then, but I was noticing that is a good looking loaf of bread.
Yeah,
Mini loaf, right? And then what else did you get?
I got something easy while we're driving today for lunch. Something very plain for me. Fighting an upset tummy.
Ham, cheese, and pineapple. Am I reading that right?
And cheese and pineapple. They had cheese and pineapple too, but I thought I'd give you some more protein with it. But if you don't like it, you can eat my egg sandwich. So there's a backup plan.
This was delicious, Brad.
It was. Unfortunately, I'm fighting my stomach this morning. You know, if you're my age, you know, this just happens sometimes. So I just ordered toast and spreads, and I couldn't eat it all. But look at beautiful, nice bread, really soft. So gotta love fresh goods. They just taste better.
I choose you over and over again. Only you. Every day till this world ends.
Tourist or tourist, no matter where you go in the world, that we have seen to be true.
I feel a lot about seagulls the way Amy feels about alligators.
Are you upset because I don't think seagulls are comparable to alligators?
No, I didn't say they're comparable. Look, look, a seagull's not going to...
Are you afraid that it's going to rip your limb off, drown you,
No.
wait for you to rot, and then eat you?
However,
Silly.
I said I feel the same way about seagulls.
Okay, here's how I feel about alligators. They're going to drown me, rip my limbs off, and let me rot, and then come back and eat me. That's how I feel about alligators, growing up in Florida.
Okay. We asked when we picked up Motorhome, did we need cash? Did we need cash, James?
Apparently we do.
Yeah. We were told absolutely not. No. First store we go into to actually buy something, cash over.
That's really not worse than $3 isn't worse than paying the state.
No. Oh, wait. No, actually, that's a really good deal.
Yeah, because it's like a
It's $1.60. So are you kidding me? Get your card. What? Unless they just ripped you off. All right. So when you're planning your trip, you have to pick your route because there's not a lot of roads. And we chose Hokitika because from where we picked the RV up to our, first, our first location, Hokitika was just kind of the natural stopping point. And it's by the beach. So of course that's gonna live well or be well for Amy. So it was a fine stop. We drove through Arthur's Pass yesterday, which it was pretty.
we're getting the hang of interacting with the local New Zealanders. And let me be very clear. They're lovely. They're considerate. They're very friendly. We were warned they're not as socially interactive as us, and they're not. And so I have found that if you look someone in the eyes and smile, they'll look back and smile and nod at you. Some people will offer up a hello. You say hello. Anything beyond that seems to be excessive for them. And if you know us, we'll start a conversation with anyone, anywhere. But we want to be mindful of what's comfortable for them. We're on their territory. So we will restrict ourselves to polite smiles and hello.
It is true. Amy and I are just too social. You know, we're constantly being accused of being Canadian. I get it. We just like it, you know. So that's okay. We'll just make do with smiles. How's that?
I'm curious to see our steps for the morning. We've been walking for like several hours now, which is good. Because gotta watch those left-hand turns that feel like a right-hand turn. I thought you were.
What do we do?
Thank you.
Okay.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Still gotta watch the road when you're coming.
Yeah, we do.
Wished. So Jim's my spotter.
Yeah, I got you. Don't.
I'm so happy we got this walk in this morning though, because we have been walking for several hours and we're headed back to pack up. We're heading on down the west coast of the South Island of New Zealand this morning. And I think it's a coastal drive, but I think our scenery is about to change dramatically again because we're headed to the glaciers. So let's go home, get packed up, take a load off.
Coast and squat flies. We were prepared for this to be a problem in New Zealand. I guess we've gotten further enough south till a little reminiscent of the Alaska mosquitoes. They're swarming at that.
Only you every day.